Okay, as you see in the title is called In Well. They've told me that they like to say when I'm sleeping, I hear the horrible things they're gonna do to me, as in I'm gonna die in a well. In this well, I'm gonna be slowly dying. I'm gonna run that well. I was like, listen, Target Vigil, the reality have proven what these people do. They do some nasty things, and the manipulations are obvious. They manipulate us in so many disturbing ways, then try to get you to accept these manipulations. And so, because of the humiliations of reality, they wanted me to accept these things and see that they don't do anything to me. And it's been obvious that they obviously manipulate the brain in so many disturbing ways. And they have a pattern of doing pedophilia type of torture. So that alone just shows what kind of people they are. Now, because of that, these are now people who are trying to make you think in a logical way. They're going to try to rely on torture to confuse you and make you accepting of manipulations. And they're going to have to do some serious torture in this case because the validations are beyond. And it's going to be a lot of manipulations. Matter of fact, they tell me the way they're going to torture me is because they're going to frame me, which should be an indications of what kind of people they are. I mean, that alone should speak for itself. But that's not where it ends. It's because everything I've said have been said by others. They do the pedophilia type of torture. They've been doing that for a while. And then they try to get you to accept these things. What they've been doing, as you see the title called In Well, also, my bad, is because they try to bring up something that they're manipulating at this point. At some point, and they try to find things to play with your brain and confuse you, because at this point my memory is completely being ravaged, and so the timelines in my brain are just kind of confused, and that's because they can manipulate me and I'm losing sense of like memories. There was a time, late 2019 or so, or early 2020, where I ordered some food from a place, and that they brought some food to me. I don't know exactly when it was, but at some point they got the food. They told me they were here. I went downstairs, and when I went downstairs, I saw somebody wearing a jacket coming upstairs with a bag like he's as if he had food. And I thought he was the delivery guy. So I looked at him and said, "Hey, yeah, here, it's me." And he looked at me, he's like, "Wait." He's like, "This is my food." He's like, "Oh." And I said, "My bad, I'm sorry." You know, just a quick apology. He left, like, "Okay." And then I walked downstairs. Now, in the midst of me going down, I don't know if I saw somebody else. I can't remember that moment. Because you understand how, like, now they're making me think that I saw a woman with a child. Now, because my memory at this point is being fried up and this is not something that will stick in my brain, they're giving me stimulations. Now, because this, which I believe was after August 2019, the likelihood that I'll get stimulations is probably high because they will force me to get stimulations. If it was before August 2019, which I don't believe it is before August 2019, I will not have stimulation. But they try to confuse me. Now, I'm leaning toward it was after, like, it was fall, winter of 2019, or like beginning of 2020. Because I remember the guy wearing some kind of a jacket, and so that means it was a cold time. It was cold. It was kind of cold to the point where people had to wear coats. And so, because of that confusion, they're trying to say, "Oh, you see, it was before August." It's like, I had none of these nasty things that you make me experience before August 2019. That moment, if I would have seen a child and it was after August 2019, which is most likely then, I would get some nasty pedophilia type of torture. Now, what they try to do is start confusing my brain to try to make me wonder, like, when it was, what is like. It's simple. Before August 19, 2019, none of this thing will happen. I will get none of this reaction that you forced me to have. After August 19, 2019, that changed drastically. I started experiencing disturbing reaction, stimulations. And that was nasty. Since that day, it has not been the same. I've not been myself. I've been forced to get disturbing reactions and pedophilia type of reactions, meaning that I've been feeling stimulation. The reason why they picked this moment is because my brain, my memories are just fading away. And so they want to be like, oh, you see, it was before August 2019, so he felt that and gave me the stimulation because my brain at this point is confused. And so they want to make me feel that this reaction is something I felt before then. And so that's why they're trying to play with this. Because the reality is, of course, it didn't happen like that. When they try to do that to a memory where I know exactly when it was or on what time, I know it's falsified. But this, because I know that after August 2019, I will get a reaction. It's like, if that was the case, that will be after August 2019. And so they try to play with my brain and confuse me to try to make me believe that perhaps that was like before August 2019, so you felt this reaction. So that's proof. Because they know that my brain can be manipulated and my memories are so faded out that they can create these things, and they try to find this random thing to try to play with. Which most likely was after August 2019, and unfortunately, that's the shit I have to deal with now from this point on. Now, I don't even remember even if that day I saw a child or whatever, but if I saw a child after August 2019, a black little girl, they will force me to get a stimulation. They make me experience today, saying that we mapped it. And so now what they're doing is becoming to the point where, okay, we're going to try to confuse him, try to make him think maybe it was before August 2019. So that means you used to feel that before August 2019. You understand these mind games you play to try to make me think that they don't do the pedophilia type of torture? And to try to kind of push you to be subscriptive to these things. I know that before August 2019, which I keep saying that date, because that's the date things changed in my mind, I was feeling none of this nastiness, which today is all I'm forced to experience because my brain has been hooked to this technology that can make me experience whatever they want. That's reality. These people are trying to gaslight me to think other way, to somehow believe that this experience was experienced before. And so now what they try to do is just find ways to confuse things around, to make me think, so when was this? Like they've done it so many times. To try, when was the after? Like, and because with time, I'm losing sense of memories, and they can't even manipulate. I don't even know if you truly saw some kid there, but I know my brain is fried up. And I know one thing for sure. After August 2019, the nasty things, this is what I experienced. So at that time, every time I saw, even today, every time I see children, I'm forced to get some disturbing reactions, especially black little girls. I'm forced to get stimulations. And now they try to confuse me to see the dates so they can be like, oh no, but even before August 2019, you felt that. You see that? And bring a time that most likely it was after August 2019, make me experience something and be like, you see? And then because my memories are fading away, it's like, oh, okay, they're wearing jackets, but maybe in August it was kind of cold. It's like, listen, this back and forth manipulation is if it was before August 2019, I will not have an experience like that. So that means that'll be a falsified memory. If it's after August 2019, I will be forced to get some nasty stimulations. I understand what you're trying to do. It's not war. It's what you want me to subscribe to. I'm not subscribing to it. I'm going to be tortured, but that's not going to change the reality that you do the pedophilia type of torture. And every time you say my bad or whatever, It's not going to change that. In my brain, they try to make me think like, oh, go look into. They just want to kill my energy and just drain me. And I don't even want to go into like checking when I checked. I got some food, because what if I got food in the summer? Like, you understand? They want you to kind of be like in that state of mind, to be like, oh, you see, that was before August 19th. So you get that. It's like, and so target individual is this mind games that try to play with you, and they're like, no, we're minding now. No, you manipulating me. Delusional trash. Target individual, stay strong. Stay strong, because we're talking about people who have been humiliated by reality. With me, everything, playing my memories, playing with my mind, erasing my memories, changing my memories, doing the pedophilia things they do, is everything has been said by others. And try to make you be confused. So when they, you see, we caught you, and stupid. So I'm quick with this. Like, if it was before August 19, 2019, for sure I wouldn't have none of this nastiness. Now I will know that's the reason why you try to pick a time that is be hard for me to be. It's because you want me to be confused. Now, the likelihood based on what I'm remembering, which is now matched at this point, is I see coats, I see jackets. It means it's cold. It means people have to wear jackets, because in the cold mean fall, mean winter, mean after August 19, 2019. So with that being said, this is August 19, as after August 19, 2019, meaning that anytime after that, I'm forced to get nasty reactions. And so that's that. So to all my target individual, know yourself. They're going to try to make you accept these things. And for me, here I've noticed it's very much more childlike than ever before. Like, they have more like shamelessness, meaning they have no shame into like sounding stupid. And for me, it makes me sound like a genius. I'm okay with that. So to all my target individuals, stay strong. For me, I have no doubts that these people are so humiliated that torture is what they need to feel better about the reality of what they're part of. The torture I'm going to experience are going to be horrible, but I know they torture children. I can never look at people who involve themselves in a program that they know torture children and then let them live that fantasy that these people are people who have the audacity to try to talk about anything in my life, where they're in a program that literally do these disturbing things on top of manipulating people in these disgusting ways. Being involved in a program that just caused one of the largest mass shooting, the deadliest mass shooting. You have women saying exactly what I'm saying, literally saying they do the pedophilia type of torture. Trans women saying that they do this manipulation of thought. Women with their children saying, me and my young child have been human subject for in every way. Women literally say, oh, there's a lot of females. What kind of woman is that? Women saying, oh, they say that we are at war. They're not at war. We are human subject. And their war is to try to break you down into accepting false reality. Those trash cowards that they are, hiding somewhere. If I lose my shit, it's not going to be them they're going to feel anything. They're going to run back before I do that. They're trash that will be reimbursed. So before I scream in pain, before I'm handicapped, before I'm blinded, before I'm starved to death, let me say this. Thank you, God, I didn't have to live this life. Thank you, God, I was able to express myself the way I need to express myself for now. For the rest, I appreciate, like, thank you. Just give me strength for whatever I'm going to deal with. They talk about how I'm going to be, this death is dignified. The life these people live has been humiliating. And they really go with the manipulations they themselves created, even the imagination. I don't even know if that's really what happened at the time. Because they play with my memory so bad that I can't even, my memories are fading away, and they love that because then they can play with it even more, create things that are non-existent, to try to make you accept these things, to stay strong. Because these pedos, these low lives, are just a trash, and that's why they don't want to be seen by me.